Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mixie Cassanova and you're watching Cassanova Fam. Today is a simple video. I wanted to talk to you guys about having 5 kids. What's it like being a mother of 5? Or having multiple kids, I guess. Let's start from the beginning, guys. To be honest, I never wanted kids. I was a very selfish person, if you want to call it that. I felt like I would be the auntie. Anyhow, with that being said, I had my first, my second, my third, my fourth, whatever. And it's been a journey. It's been a journey. Going from 1 child to 2 wasn't so bad. It was okay, right? Going from 1 child to 2, but there was a big gap between them too, right? So my son was 7, a little bit before he turned 8, I believe. And then my daughter was born. So with that, it's like, okay, you know, he's gone to school, I'm home with the baby, and it seemed pretty easy. Then when my daughter was 21 months, yes, I believe she was 21 months, I had another child, which is my next daughter. And I realized that what I implemented, because I do a lot of sign language with my kids, what I implemented with my first daughter, I had trouble being consistent with my second daughter. Like I just couldn't really, I didn't know how to balance out my time because I was home now with 2 kids. One that was almost 2 and one that was a newborn. So it wasn't overwhelming at that point, but it was kind of like an adjustment. I was definitely adjusting to life. And then when that youngest daughter was 22 months old, I had my 4th child, which turned out to be a boy. And so now I had to adjust with being home with 3 kids. I was home with the first daughter, I was home with the second daughter, and then I was home with the newborn. That time was a blur. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, that time was a blur. Like I don't recall how I managed. I don't recall how I got through it. I don't recall what I did. I don't recall implementing anything. I don't recall schedules. I don't recall doing anything. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. I can't recall. And my daughter, but the good thing with that is that my daughter would have started, my first daughter would have started school this September. I was going back to work in December. So my daughter would have started school in September. So therefore I would have had from September to December home with just the 2 kids, like my my 3rd child and my 4th child. But the beginning of that point, I was home with 3 kids. I don't recall. Like I literally can't even remember. Like I'm sitting here and I'm telling you guys this and I'm thinking, what did I do with them? Like how did I manage? What was the schedule? I don't remember, which tells me that I kind of just, I don't know. With that though, I had lost my uncle who was born the day after me. So I was probably in a very depressed state. Not even probably, I was in a depressed state. And that's probably why I can't remember anything. Because I was lost. So what I do remember is when he died, I would drop the kids to school and I would come back home and I would sit down, and exactly where I sat from the time that I dropped them to school to when I not woke up, but to when they came home from school was in the same spot. Like I literally didn't move. I didn't do anything all day. I don't know anything about depression. So at the time, I never acknowledged it as being depressed or anything. I just didn't know what was what. I was lost. So with giving birth now, which would have happened 3 months after his passing, and implementing that. That's probably why I just can't remember. I don't know. Anyhow, now my son, a day before my son turned 20 months old, I gave birth to my 5th child. And I was worried. If you guys watch my other videos, you guys would see that I was literally in tears. Like, my life just felt like it was going downhill. Me and my baby father. And let me just, because I get people coming at me, when I say my current baby father, he's the father of my 4 children, my last 4 children. And so, yeah, don't think that, oh, I have like 10 different baby fathers. If that's what you choose to do, that's what you choose to do, but that's not what I did. So, yeah, I just say current because my first child is for a different person. But anyways, me and him were at odds. Our relationship pretty much was going downhill, and I knew that, right? I knew that. And it was like, I'm gonna bring another child into this. I call it a toxic environment because we were arguing 24/7, like literally screaming, yelling, like arguing 24/7. It wasn't good. Yeah, I already knew the vehicle that I was driving didn't have enough space for the kids that I had. For me to bring another child into it, it was like, how am I gonna manage that? How am I gonna do that? How am I gonna travel when I'm already struggling to travel with them, you know? So that had to come into consideration. So now I'm looking at a bigger vehicle. I'm looking at a bigger place. Like, I'm in a 2-bedroom apartment. How am I gonna manage more kids in this place? Like, so it was just stress, right? And then my family said they were gonna disown me, so I didn't have the support of my family. Not that I relied on them for anything, but it was good to have someone to talk to, because at the end of the day, they were my best friends. I don't have a lot of friends. So my sisters are my girls, right? Like, when I went to partying and stuff, it was my sisters that I was going partying with. So regardless of the fact that we fought and argue and, you know, sometimes we hate each other, I always knew that my sisters would have my back. Like, they're still always my sisters. They're still going to be there for me. But when I had told them about this pregnancy and they had said what they said, they were going to disown me and everything like that, and we all stopped talking, and my dad and everything, it was stress, right, for me in that situation. But I couldn't bring myself to do an abortion. Like, I just couldn't. So I continued to go through the pregnancy and take it day by day, work, you know, pay my bills, do what I gotta do to survive. And then she got here, and I think she's waking up. So I might have to pause you guys for a second because I've got to breastfeed. But she got here, and being in the hospital the first 2 days, okay, no big deal. Coming home from the hospital was a little overwhelming for me because I had the place to clean. I had things to do, and it was mostly done, but there was still, like, you know, I'm a very particular about certain things. So I knew that I still wanted certain things done. The playpen wasn't put up, like all of that stuff. Like, I was just loafing on everything. So it was a bit overwhelming that first day. But going forward, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work having 5 kids. Especially if you're such a hands-on mother, like how I want to be. I implement sign language with my kids. I have them on iXL.com. I have them on ABC Mouse. You know, I want to be that mother that I read them storybooks at nighttime, tuck them in, sing songs with them, dance with them, you know, monitor what they're doing. Like, so, okay, you guys have this much TV time, you know, type of thing. Let's do some hands-on work, making sure their homework's done, who goes to school, and stuff like that. And then also implementing lunches and breakfasts and dinners and, you know, so all that. So the hardest thing that I found becoming a mother of 5 was actually the dinners. I was having a hard time getting dinners out the door. Breakfast seemed to be easy. Lunches were okay. But dinners, I just couldn't get that down pat. It's now been 3 weeks since I've become a mother of 5, and I think I've cooked dinner once, maybe twice, but very rarely. We've had a lot of cereals. We've had a lot of ordering out. The first week my mom came and made soup, and so we had leftovers that week. It was leftover week. So the disappointing part was me not catching up on dinners. So that is the main focus. So as I was going through the 3 weeks that she's been born, I realized I need to get a schedule. And I think for me with my kids, the best thing for me to do is get a schedule. If I can get into a routine, also because I have the pets too, right? Like I need the pets to still get their equal time and everything. So if I can get into a routine, then I can be a better hands-on mother. And that's pretty much where I'm at. So yeah. I think the best thing anyone could do becoming a mother of multiple kids is getting into some kind of routine, some kind of schedule, because it'll make your life easier. And I say that because I look at it like, okay, well, if you have set times for things and you stick to them, you realize you're meeting your quotas for the day. You're getting things done. Like I make sure that, okay, I bathe all the kids on time. You know, they brush their teeth. They, you know, clean their ears. We cut their toenails and their nails. You know, like just making sure that things are getting done, because it's so easy to get lost. Like it's so easy to get lost in the day. It's so easy to not realize, oh my gosh, time's almost up. You know, what did I do all day? One of the things I had to learn is putting down my phone. Being a mother of 5, I realized I can't be on my phone like usual. And me on my phone, like I said, I don't talk to anybody. It's like, yeah, I might have WhatsApp, or it would be, you know, me be on Facebook or YouTube or something like that. And I had to realize I can't do that. I can't do that because you go on it. I'm just checking my emails. And then 20, 30 minutes later, an hour later, you're still doing the same thing. And the kids are looking at you like, Mom, what's for dinner? And you're like, oh, shoot. An hour went by. I didn't bathe you guys. I didn't make dinner. I didn't do anything. I think that was my hardest part. And that's probably why dinner wasn't getting done on time. So that's pretty much it, I would say. Breastfeeding with having like a 20-month-old and other kids was a little bit difficult for me at first, because I was kind of like, the baby's crying, she needs to be breastfed, the kids want to be fed. Who gets priority? Like, who gets priority in that situation? I just realized, again, it comes down to your scheduling. So I know that because of her condition, which is a tongue tie and a lip tie, I'm currently breastfeeding once every hour for about 10 minutes. So she's pretty much on schedule, and I know when it's going to happen. The only time it doesn't happen is like now when she's sleeping, which she's fussing to get up. So I have to realize that and realize, okay, she's going to need to eat. Let me deal with these kids quickly, get that out of the way, because I'm going to have to run to her. So again, it comes down to knowing your timing and scheduling and getting those things done. But it is feasible. So any mothers out there that may be feeling overwhelmed, or maybe worrying about the future, what does the future have in store for you? You know, you're pregnant with your 5th child, but yet you have 4 children that you're dealing with, and they might be young. If they're older, it's easier, but if they're young, it's a scary thought. But all I can say is you can do it. Take a deep breath and plan. Now, you don't have to be rigid to your plan, but if you have something to look at, it will help. And as for anything else, like, oh, you need a bigger vehicle, you need a bigger house, you need a bigger this, you need that, it'll come. It'll come. And I'm big on praying. I'm big on believing that there is a God. So if you do believe in something, like I know everybody believes in their own thing, but if you have that, then I say go for it. Because honestly, if I didn't have God, I may not be here doing this video right now. That's all I can say. So, yeah. At this point, it was funny. My brother asked me to babysit his daughter. She was 13 months. And he was like, are you sure you can handle it? And I'm like, listen, I already have 5. What's one more? And it was funny because my friend said that to me one time. And I was like, girl, you crazy. Because at the time, I think I had 2 or 3. For me, I feel like my limit was 4. Or 3, sorry. I feel like my limit was 3. Because 3, I still felt functional. 4, I felt, like I said, I was lost. I don't remember what I did. And 5, I'm just coming to. But at this point, I'm like, what's 6? What's 7? What's 8? Like, honestly, what difference does it make at this point? Because I'm here with them. I'm their mother. And I'm going to do with them what I have to do. So, it is what it is. With that being said, maybe I'll have more. Who knows? No, I'm playing. But, you know, God has a plan. Whatever's meant to be will be. Right now, I just got to focus on the 5 that I have and make sure that I'm providing for them to the best of my ability and making sure that they're getting the 100%. And I do that because I have my kids all in activities. And that's another thing. They're all in activities. Like, literally, my schedule for activities is Saturday to Tuesdays. They all are in activities, and then I have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off. So yeah, that's how it goes. Because my son does basketball Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesdays. I finally did something for myself. I do swimming on Sundays. I have to tell you guys about that. I'm so excited. Anyways, Mondays my daughter has gymnastics, and then my other daughter and my son have swimming. Tuesdays, I already said my son has basketball, so that's fine. Oh, Fridays, I forgot, we do have something on Fridays. My baby, my youngest son, in the morning has what do you call it, swimming. And Mondays and Wednesdays, my third daughter goes to a preschool program from 9 to 11. So yeah, they have that too. So anyways, I put them on all these activities because I want to make sure that they have better opportunities, more opportunities than I had. I feel like if my parents put me in activities outside of school, I would have been more on point with what I wanted to do when I grew up. And so that's what I'm trying to do for them. Let them be able to try whatever they want to try and get into whatever they want to get into, and then they'll be able to narrow it down to what they actually want to do with their lives. And yeah. And then obviously provide them with whatever life skills that they need and etc. And those things aren't cheap, unfortunately. I think for my son's basketball program, I've already spent $1,000 for him to do all this training. Swimming cost me $400 for all of us to do. Yeah, about $400. The preschool program that I got my daughter in was free, so that was okay. Gymnastics was about $300. I think that's all I have them in. Yeah. So I don't even know the math, but yeah. So much for my savings plan, guys. I have to put that on hold right now. My saving plan is messed up. So if you are following me for my savings plan, I apologize. It's messed up right now. But I'm trying to get it back on track after I find out if I can get this 7-seater vehicle. There's a 7-seater vehicle I went for. It's not what I actually want, but we'll see what God provides. If he says I get it, then I get it. If I don't, then I guess I'm going into a minivan, which I was trying not to do. So it's an SUV, but it is what it is. Honestly, I'm believing it in God's hands. If I get approved, great. If I don't, then you know what? Maybe it's a good riddance because it's more money that I don't have, that I don't want to get into anyways. But I need to get around, right? With all these activities, I need to get around. So that's what it is. Anyhow, I'm going to stop this video now. But yeah, if you are a mother of multiple children, you're feeling overwhelmed or anything, please definitely put a comment down below. If you also have another way that you deal with being a mother of more than one child, please definitely put it down below. I'm always looking for suggestions, ideas, and anything like that, because you never know. Your suggestion could actually help me out or somebody else. What else? Please definitely go ahead and like this video, because you know what, I'm a mother doing my thing. And subscribe. You never know what I come with, right? You never know what Cassanova was coming with. So definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button and we'll talk. Now I'm off to go breastfeed because she's fussing, well, moving around. So I know that means she wants to eat. I'm going to give her that milk because I am a breastfeeding mom. I do advocate. I breastfed all my 5 kids and I'll definitely be putting a video out about that. Peace.